How to Train Your Dragon, directed by DeBlois. It tells the story of a young Viking named Hiccup who wants to make his father proud and slay the dragon his own way. But when he does find one that he had injured in the heat of battle, he suddenly realizes that maybe killing them isn't the solution, and maybe we can have a future with them rather than having to slay them. Yes, of course, we are talking about How to Train Your Dragon 2025, which could be very confused for How to Train Your Dragon, the animated version, because it's the same movie. It's the same movie, folks. It's the same thing. Now we ventured into different studios wanting to take a crack at the good old, we don't have a really great idea for a new original story, so let's just take a movie that everybody really liked that was an animated movie from before and just redo it all over again. Now, I will give this one props in the sense of they did bring back the original director from the first movie to come and direct this live action version. One of the major studios that does this sort of remake thing is Disney, and they don't really tend to do that with bringing back the original directors to seek out this vision and a new art form, basically. And, you know, I guess with this one it's okay because it's like, at least it keeps the essence of what the original How to Train Your Dragon does. So there is that going for this one. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that this is a fantastic and, oh my god, the movie's so great and the messaging is great and the story's really good and the characters are really fun and awesome, because you could just go watch the animated one and it's the same thing and it's a little bit shorter. For better or for worse, they really didn't add a ton more. I think it's about a half an hour difference, and most of that doesn't really do a ton of different things. I think it's mostly just dialogue between characters, but kind of meaningless dialogue because you're kind of just waiting for the dragon shit to happen, and then it does, and then you're like, cool, I saw How to Train Your Dragon. That wasn't cartoon animated, but CGI animated, so I guess it's better. I mean, the movie is not without positives. I mean, Mason Thames' portrayal of Hiccup is fine. I mean, he looks the part for sure. It's hard to get out of my head, though, the original voice actor and the way that he sounds, where he goes around and goes, dragons are really cool, man. That sort of stuff is the one major thing that kind of holds me back from being like, oh, this is really great, because, you know, it's in my own head at that point. But it's a good portrayal, I guess. It's fine. And the other portrayal of the other characters that are in this film are okay. Gerard Butler, being the father in this, is, I believe he was the voice of the original one, so it is a way for him to kind of explore the character again differently in a more live action sense, so I guess that's kind of fun. But I'm really struggling to kind of break down and analyze the film in ways because, again, it's the same movie but live action for the most part. Obviously not everything is, you know, real in this with dragons, obviously, but like, you get my point. Like, it's the same movie, so why would I sit here and tell you that, oh, this is one of the greatest movies to come out this year, it's a really good watch? Because you could just watch the original and you get the same feeling. And like, the CGI is cool for some of the stuff, especially the flying scenes. I thought Hiccup flying with Toothless, the Night Fury dragon, looks cool. I did enjoy looking at the screen while they were doing that. It was intense and invigorating, but without the emotion, I guess. I don't really know. It's just, I'm sitting here watching this movie the entire time, and I'm just thinking, does it have a reason to exist? Same thing you would have a talk with yourself about for most live action remakes. Do these movies have a reason to exist outside of making money? And it really doesn't. I don't really know, guys. Like, I don't want to make this seem like a damper, like, oh, I just did a review for the movie because that's the new big movie that came out this week. But what else do you want me to say? It feels soulless, but not entirely, because, again, the original director came back and did it. So, like, the beats that are in the movie that you need to have to make the story work from its predecessor are here. So I guess that works. But if you're looking at it as, like, this is just a remake, it's, I guess, a new medium for people to see it, it's some people's first time watching this story, well then okay, I guess you could say that. But also, if you're a fan of the original, you're probably going to like this, but I would assume, just like the original more because it's the best way to watch it. I don't really have more thoughts on this one, unfortunately. I wish I could really sit here and kind of crack down on the whole thing. And to be honest, it's a little hard to, because I haven't seen the original How to Train Your Dragon in such a long time, and the same thing with the other sequels that it made too, which this will evidently make the next 2 movies for sure. But I mean, I don't know what else to tell you guys. It's a movie that you've seen before that's, instead of an animation, it's live action, and it's probably the best one we've had so far of all the live action remakes that they've done. But is the bar really that high? I'm going to give How to Train Your Dragon 2025 3 stars. Yeah, it's probably on the low end of star rating, maybe for a movie that has as good of a story as it is, but I do, again, hold the creative stance of, this isn't an original, this is a remake. And I'm not saying that, I think How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, is, a thing of, beauty to me, at least. I think it's a good movie. I don't, think of it as, my whole personality, or I don't think it's, life-changing. I think it's a solid movie that I've seen maybe once or twice, that if it were on, I would watch it probably, but, I don't let it engulf my life, really, like other films do. So it's hard for me to sit here and make a really great analytical response to this new one, because, again, I could just rewatch the old one and say that's the same as this one, although it was made first, so it's the OG. I feel like I'm just repeating myself. I don't really know what else to say here. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. Check down the links all below for all the socials. We just recently did a review for The Materialist. That's on my TikTok page, and you could also see my other reviews for other films on Letterboxd, and you can also see my opinions on many different things across the media landscape of Twitter. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep those cinemas alive, and I will talk to you all next time.